A COVID-19 outbreak in a local jail. The Dearborn County Jail is now dealing with dozens of cases, and just last week the sheriff said there were none.
The mother of an inmate at that jail is sharing her concerns about the outbreak and what the jail is doing to stop the spread. Reporter Raven Richard has the latest on this story.
The total number of COVID-19 cases at the Dearborn County Jail is now at 38, and that's roughly 13% of the jail's population. Now, the sheriff tells me it was only a matter of time before COVID cases popped up. This mother of an inmate who wishes to not be identified because of fear of retaliation against her son inside the jail wants to know.
How are they going to get this under control? Because they don't know how.
She says her son claims there's not an adequate amount of cleaning, some guards are not wearing masks, and that not everyone's being tested. The mother fears her son could get COVID.
His bunkie has it. He had almost 102 fever, and he was actually even, he was shaking real bad, but he was having other symptoms, and he tested positive.
The jail has tested 97 out of 288 inmates so far. Dearborn County Sheriff Shane McHenry expects testing to increase because rapid testing is now available to the jail. He says it's free to inmates. His response to the mother's claims.
We knew this was inevitable. So we're cleaning every day in areas as much as possible. 2 areas that mainly have been affected, so we've so far been able to isolate it to those 2 areas. We're doing daily temperature checks.
Sheriff McHenry also says his staff is required to wear a mask around inmates. The mother still fears the worst.
This could get really serious if the whole jail gets this.
It's like anybody else, you know, we know it's there. We're not trying to ignore it. We're not trying to hide behind it. We'll address it and hit it head on, and, you know, we want to make sure everybody stays safe.
The Dearborn County Jail is working with the Dearborn County Health Department and the Indiana State Department of Health. In Lawrenceburg, Raven Richard, WCPO 9 News.
Today, the Butler County Health Commissioners are encouraging residents to stay at home whenever possible, and that includes even working from home if possible. Officials say they are averaging about 200 to 250 cases each day over the last 2 weeks. And this past weekend, Butler County reported over 900 cases with a new record of 376 cases in just a single day. Statements by the suspect in a quadruple homicide in Westchester will be allowed at his trial next year. Gurpreet Singh's attorney asked a judge to suppress the remarks. The judge ruled, though, against him. Last year, Singh was accused of shooting and killing his wife, his 2 in-laws, and an aunt by marriage.
Police are looking, that is, for an inmate who escaped from the Brown County Jail. This is Hobart Rourke we're showing you. We are showing you this picture because he's a wanted suspect. Deputies say he damaged a window and escaped around 6:30 last night. He's facing multiple charges, including burglary. If you've seen this guy, contact the sheriff's office.
Gun rights in Ohio could be expanded by state lawmakers. A bill that is in committee right now would allow Ohioans to carry a gun in more places. One proposal broadens the Stand Your Ground law to include cars and businesses. Another provision would allow 18-year-olds to receive a concealed carry license and, with that, be able to buy weapons. An additional measure also on the table would ban schools and universities from penalizing employees or students who carry a concealed weapon legally.
Hawksworth Blood Center is making an appeal for blood donors. The group says its blood supply is at a critical level after large overnight transfusions coupled with lower donor turnout. Hawksworth is especially in need of type O blood, but donors are of all blood types. You're welcome. Walk-ins are accepted, but you are encouraged to make an appointment at one of their centers.
Well, leaders in OTR want you to come down and support the local businesses there, so they are now launching new holiday programs to try to draw you in. The OTR Chamber of Commerce is introducing heated market space, expanding small business Saturdays, and adding more outdoor dining. Leaders are really hoping that shoppers avoid doing all of their buying at big box stores.
We have to turn to the consumer for help. We need you to join us for safe holidays in our urban core, and to keep those holiday traditions alive, and shop our small businesses, whether in-store, curbside pickup, or online. We need you to keep these special places alive.
The Chamber also launched a website called Found Cincinnati to showcase events and specials there. You can also learn more on their website or social media pages.
It's an ad-free website worth checking out. Well, Amazon just entered the pharmacy market, but like anything else, it has its ups and its downs. Consumer reporter John Matarese breaks those down for you and where it will be available. Steve.
Tanya, temperatures around the tri-state now in the middle 40s, plenty of clear skies, lots of sun coming up, and much warmer temperatures. I mean, a little spring and spring showers, too.
More Democracy 2020 coverage now. Georgia has about 6 more hours left now to finish its election audit, which has been ongoing. While uncounted votes have been found in 3 counties, election officials say they have not seen any evidence suggesting widespread fraud, and they are defending Georgia's election integrity.
Already found that there was a little over 5,000 ballots that were just not uploaded properly into our system. That said, we've seen nothing of kind of widespread fraud. There were always going to be some illegal votes, and we're trying to track those down and investigate them. But there's nothing to say the outcome will be different based on what we're seeing so far through this audit.
Once all the counties submit their results, the state has to then certify them by Friday. From there, a formal recount is expected, since the final margin between President Donald Trump and President-elect Joe Biden will likely be less than 0.5%. The audit and expected recount, though, are unlikely to swing the state in President Trump's favor. Meanwhile, in the Commonwealth, in Kentucky, Boone County is one of 6 randomly selected counties that will now undergo a routine election audit. The Attorney General's office says that the Department of Criminal Investigations will conduct the audit, and state law requires these audits. During an audit of this year's primaries, no irregularities or criminal conduct was found. The other counties being audited right now are Fleming, Hickman, Lawrence, Livingston, and Anderson.
We do have new information on various challenges to the results of the presidential election. Today, the Trump campaign is requesting a recount in 2 Wisconsin counties. Both are home to the state's largest cities, Milwaukee and Madison. Now, Biden is leading in Wisconsin with about 20,000 votes, though. In Michigan, the largest county reversed course and unanimously certified its presidential election results. 2 Republican board members in Wayne County initially questioned the results, saying there were discrepancies in Detroit's vote totals, but 2 judges found no evidence of that.
The blessing, and then, the business boss side of your brain is like, oh, how are we going to staff?
Well, the delivery ward at St. E sees a lot of babies, right? But coming up, why all these little ones have a special connection to the hospital.
You've heard people say, whoa, baby, and anchor Kristen Hartman has a story that lives up to that expression. We're dipping into the archives this week for Positively Cincinnati and taking you back to St. Elizabeth Healthcare's main campus, labor and delivery.
You're so sweet. You expect to see tiny humans at St. Elizabeth's family birthplace.
She was 6 pounds and 13 ounces.
But here's the thing. This is a homegrown legion of little people.
You want to say something?
A reporter in training. It says nurse in training, though.
Moms who work in labor and delivery here, with a little help from their hubbies, of course, are responsible for this Bambino brigade. We first heard about the exponential expectations in late summer when they posted their group pregnancy pics saying, "We're taking baby boom to the next level."
Your patients are like, what's going on? Because everybody that's walked in here is pregnant.
Well, not everyone, but 21 is a pretty sizable number.
21, yeah. It's amazing.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
And as of last week, most had arrived.
It's amazing that many miracles in such a short amount of time.
All that fertility makes you wonder.
So is there something in the water, Sarah?
I think so. Definitely, yes.
Or maybe, just maybe, a slower stint in maternity months ago is responsible.
Nurses had to stay home, and we all joked about the things we need to do to drum up business so that we could get busy again. And 9 months later, now they're all delivering.
With all kinds of connectivity.
This unit is just such a family.
Like the fact that Caitlin Lawrence's Emerson and Tiffany Kirsting's Henry